Welcome back to the fourth video in our 6-part series on the ABCs of student support. So far, we've explored how this Tier 2 reading program is designed to accelerate growth in reading comprehension. In the last video, you learned how cognitive behavioral instruction promotes student success and well-being, both inside and outside of the classroom. In this video, we'll dive into the ABC's literacy curriculum and its connection to the science of reading. Dr. Louisa Moats provides a clear explanation of the science of reading. The body of work referred to as the science of reading is not an ideology, a philosophy, a political agenda, a one-size-fits-all approach, or a program of instruction. It is the emerging consensus from many related disciplines, based on literally thousands of studies, supported by hundreds of millions of research dollars, conducted across the world in many languages. The science of reading is an evidence-based approach to teaching reading. It uses systematic, explicit instruction grounded in research that shows how students learn to read most effectively. The science of reading tells us that struggling adolescent readers need structured and explicit reading curriculum that emphasizes building background knowledge, fluency, word study, and concrete comprehension strategies. Let's break down how the structure of the ABC's curriculum aligns with the science of reading research. The science of reading highlights the importance of building background knowledge for improving reading comprehension. Therefore, the ABC's curriculum uses thematic text sets. The passages within the ABC's curriculum connect thematically. This allows students to build background knowledge and vocabulary across the units. Additionally, the science of reading emphasizes that fluency is crucial for struggling readers. The ABC's curriculum integrates passage repetition in every unit to support fluency and comprehension. Within each unit, students read the first 2 passages twice with guided support. The science of reading emphasizes word study. On the first and third lesson of every ABC's unit, the lesson features a relevant morphology lesson focused on word parts and meaning. Word study days are shaded green on the chart and have green backgrounds on the slides. In the following lesson, students revisit the passage to improve fluency and apply an explicit reading comprehension strategy. These even-numbered lessons are shaded blue. Let's use the word morphology to illustrate how a typical word study lesson would teach this word. First, students would learn to break apart the word. Then, the teacher would sound out the word with the students. They would discuss the meanings. Morph comes from the Greek word morphe, meaning form or shape. The suffix ology comes from Greek logos, meaning the study of or reason. Together, morphology means the study of how words are formed or shaped. The science of reading tells us that students need to actively engage in word study. How would the ABC's intervention promote active engagement with the word morphology? Students would brainstorm other words with the suffix ology. Rather than just being told, students would make a connection that ology words relate to academic subjects. They may invent a new ology word that they wish they could study in school, as they practice utilizing this word. Students would follow a similar pattern studying the root word morph, using oral discussion, connecting to background knowledge, and guided practice with worksheets and activities. Word study lessons in the ABC's curriculum are explicit and provide ample practice opportunities. Each week, students focus on a new root word by studying a word matrix. A word matrix shows how words are formed by combining word parts. For example, Unit 1 focuses on the root psi, meaning to know. Here are some of the word parts that students will be studying throughout the intervention. Now, let's take a look at a few of the word matrices that students will use to study word parts. These matrices were created to highlight common word parts that can help students understand unfamiliar words. Let's take a look at materials and slides to get an understanding of how the materials support learning. In this unit, students are studying the root word vis and related word parts. Students practice breaking apart vis words using the practice sheets. Particular emphasis is placed on the word visionary during this unit. The word visionary is in the passage. You previewed slides and materials from word study days on lessons 1 and 3. Now let's take a look at what happens in lessons 2 and 4 of every unit. The reading comprehension lessons, days 2 and 4, focus on critical skills such as identifying the main idea, citing textual evidence, and answering explicit and inferential questions. Students receive guided support with graphic organizers and explicit instruction as they work on these skills. Here are some materials and slides from a Blue ABCs lesson where students are working on inferencing with guided support and independent practice. The fifth lesson in every unit can be used to assess student progress. These lessons are shaded yellow. Students receive a new passage on the same theme. Students independently demonstrate their progress. Teachers can also use this time to provide individualized support as needed. In our next video, Video 5, we will describe the assessment component of this intervention in more detail. Thank you for learning about the literacy curriculum within the ABCs of student support and its connection to the science of reading. With explicit instruction and ample practice opportunities grounded in the science of reading research, the project team aims to help adolescent students make significant gains in reading. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to the project team.